to use a kind of, look at that. Look at that. That's from me wiping it off, and it's already like stained my arm like crazy. Hi you guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're doing the look on my face today. A bright red holiday lip makeup look. We got a little bit of shimmer on the lid. I will say the camera's doing me a little bit dirty because the lip is not quite so bright. Also, you can see the staining we have from the, we were picking shades together. It got a little bit crazy. And I did get stained permanently because the lip we're using today, she stains. But whenever I do a red lip, I want it to stain. So I'm not arguing. I'm very happy with the fact that this is going to last me all day. And I'm not really going to have to worry that much about it kind of just fading and then looking a little bit funky. So that's a positive thing. But I just want to jump into this video and get started. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this red lip holiday makeup look. Holiday makeup, let's jump right in. I'm really excited. So first things first, we're doing our brows. I'm getting my brows done this weekend and I'm so excited. There's nothing like a fresh brow day. You have to let me know if you agree. Getting your brows done just does something for your soul. I'm going to go on with the Rose Ink Clear Brow Gel to gel up my brows. Now I'm going to fill my brows in with the Merit Beauty Brow Pencil. I love this. I have the shade Dark Brown, I believe. It's usually like the one that isn't fully black. It's like the darkest brown color. Yeah, dark brown. And I'm going to just lightly fill in. And mainly I really want to fill in the scar here. So we're going to lightly fill them in. Brows are filled. Now we're going to move on to the base. I'm going to do a little mixy poo of a bunch of stuff. So first, I have the best Skin Days from Iris and Romeo. I have the shade 8 in this. I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to mix it with 2 of the Westman Atelier, their illuminator drops in the shade Peau de Pêche and Peau de Soleil. So I'm going to do a little mix on the back of my hand of the 2. So this is the best Skin Days. I love this stuff. It is really, really nice. And it's very skin-like, which is, it's such a beautiful formula. And it's really, really easy to blend. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And I'm going to take just a little bit, not a huge drop of each, but just a little bit of each. Just a little dab of the Peau de Soleil. And then also a little dab of Peau de Pêche. I'm going to do a little bit more of Peau de Pêche, just so you can see there. And we're going to mix them all together. So it looks like this. And then we're just going to apply it. I'm just going to put it on my face with my fingers and blend it out with my fingers. And then we just blend with our fingers. All right, base is blended out. Now we're going to move on to concealer, and I'm going to use 2, one for hyperpigmentation that I have around my face and one for my under eyes. So for the hyperpigmentation, I have a little bit here and a little bit here. So I'm going to take the CL concealer. This is really nice for hyperpigmentation. It just doesn't cling to it, but it also just blends into the skin so seamlessly. So I'm going to do a little bit here. And a little bit here. And then I'm going to place here and here. And I'm just going to blend it out with my fingers. I'm just going to tap right where I put the concealer with my finger. We are blended. I also realized I forgot to give you the name of the concealer shade that I wear, 13N. And then under our eyes, we're going on with this from Sarah Creel. I have been obsessed with this. It's so good. I wear the shade 5 or 6. The shade 5. And this is amazing. A very little bit of this goes a long way. Don't overdo it. You can always build it up, but it like can get away from you quick. So just put a little bit. I'm gonna let this marinate for about 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and blend it out and move on to the next step. So just give me a second and I'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 1.5 minutes, so we're gonna blend it out. I'm going to just use this concealer brush. This is from Hourglass. This is such a good concealer brush. I hate to say it, but it's really, really good. And we're just going to blend it out, but I'm not gonna drag it too high up. I'm just gonna kind of try to keep it below kind of this crease, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna blend. Concealer is blended. Now, I'm not gonna set it with any, you don't actually really need to set this one. And today I'm not really feeling like I wanna set it with powder, so I'm not going to. But if you do set this one with powder, go with a light amount of powder, because in my experience with it, it just looks better by the end of the day if you go with a light powder amount than if you go like full send, unless you do a loose powder and then a pressed powder and use a like one of those triangle puffs and just set it like that. That's kind of the best way to use it. Anyways, I digress. Now let's move on to bronzer. And I want a really light bronze for this makeup look, so we're gonna go with the Merit Beauty bronzer stick. I have the shade Leo in this. I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna take this brush here. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe number 7, and I'm going to dip in and just, do you see that really light bronze that it gives? That's what I'm looking for today. And we're just gonna lightly bronze up the face. Then with whatever is left on the back of my hand, I'm gonna take this nose contour brush and I'm going to pull a little bit of that bronzer down the sides of my nose. Then I'm gonna take the other side of the brush and just blend it out. All right, now we're gonna move on to the eyes before I go back to the cheeks. So we're gonna take actually that same bronzer that we use and we're just gonna put it all over our lid. And I'm just gonna use my finger for this and just place it down and just blend it with kind of with my finger, and then we're gonna go in with a brush. Now I'm gonna take a kind of crease brush. This is the Sephora 26. I actually got this during the sale and I've really been liking this. And I'm just gonna go through and kind of just blend out the edge with this brush. Then I'm also going to take a little bit of this bronzer just on this brush here, and we're going to pull it down on our lower lash line just to add a little bit of definition. Before I finish off the eye, I want to go back to the cheek, so we're going to go on with the blush. Oh my god, that bird is so loud. I hope you can hear that. We're going back to the cheek, and I'm going to go on with the Amicole Multi-Stick in the shade Dune. I love this shade. It is just so stunning. Look at that. It's perfect. It's like neutral enough, but it has enough pink, but also enough like a little bit of brown in it. I don't know how to explain it. It's just perfect. And I'm gonna dip in with this brush here, which also I am obsessed with this blush brush. So this is from Hourglass. I can't stop using it. It's now my favorite blush brush, which for cream products, it's just amazing. So I'm just dip in. There's just something about the way it blends blush. It's just amazing. And we're just gonna like dip in. I don't want too much blush, but I do want a little bit. So we're just gonna kind of blend, place it, and then blend it out. Blush is on. Now I want to go on with a little bit of highlighter, and I want to go on with one that has a little bit more of a frosty tone to it. So I'm going to go on with this one from Rowan Beauty. It's in the shade Glazed. And is it glazed or glazed? I guess it doesn't matter. Glazed. And I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. And I know that looks absolutely bananas. And you're like, girl, what? Trust me, it's going to work out, because I'm going to take my finger and warm up the product. That's the way I found that I really like to use this. And so we're just going to warm it up with our finger. And it's going to end up kind of looking like this. So it's very subtle. And then we're going to place it on the high points of our cheek. I just love that highlight. Look how beautiful that is. It's very It's not too punchy, but in person it really does. It looks, oh, it just looks ethereal. I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to set my face now, just the T-zone with a little bit of powder. This is the Ami Collet setting powder in the shade Translucent. I love her. Talk about her all the time. I'm going to use this brush. This is Ami Collet, their powder brush. And I'm just going to set my T-zone. T-zone set. Now we're going to move back to the eyes and I'm going to do some shimmer. And I'm going to take this from Coolfy. This is their kind of crease proof eyeshadow in the shade Sona Sona. And it is the most beautiful. It's like a champagne-y color. It has gold and silver kind of shimmer flecks in it. I'm only going to take what's on the lid though, because a very little bit of this goes a long way. So we're going to dip in. And this really doesn't crease. I have oily lids where a lot of the time stuff creases, so I need to tap it out once it kind of settles in. This does not crease, it's wild. So we're going to kind of focus more on the middle, but I want to look, oh my gosh, I'm so happy with this already. We're just gonna look how pretty, I'm obsessed with that. And we're just gonna kind of focus mainly on the middle and then kind of just spread it out, but I don't want to bring it too high up, if that makes sense. I kind of want to just focus right on the lid, not over the crease area. Look how absolutely stunning that is. I am truly obsessed and gagged. Anyways, this is a beautiful eyeshadow and literally you'll never run out because the pot has so much product, but so little bit of it goes a long way that you really, really will have this probably forever in the best way. I'm just truly obsessed. So now what I want to do is I want to go on with a little bit of eyeliner. So we're going to go on with this eyeliner from Jillian Dempsey. I love this. This is their dark brown shade, and I'm just going to line my lid with it. This little flick that I created, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to drag it out just with my fingernail. Because I don't want it to be too much. I just want it to be a little bit of something and then just kind of fix the line however kind of I feel like I need to. So we have just a little bit. It's a very light flick. All right, happy with that. Next, what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of this About Steak, am I okay? About Face smoke stick, and I want to take this side, the powder side, and just on the bottom add a little bit of this. And to finish off the eye before I go on with mascara, I want to go on with a little bit of this eyeshadow stick from Jane Iredale. I pronounce it wrong every single time. And this is in the shade Moonstone, and I'm just going to place it right in kind of the inner corner. And now I want to go on with mascara. We're going to do the Jones Road Beauty Mascara. I'm going to do 2 coats on the top and 1 on the bottom. I was going to curl my lashes, but I kind of feel like the look doesn't need a lash curl today, so we're just going to not do that. So I'm going to do, again, 2 coats on the top, 1 on the bottom, and then we're going to move on to our very holiday-y lip. Mascara really just makes a look so much better. Once you have mascara on, it's like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this look. I really like the way that this makeup is turning out. Now we're gonna do the red lips. So for the red lip, I really wanna line my lips with a brown lip liner. I was thinking maybe I would do the red lip liner from Victoria Beckham Beauty, but I think I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go on with this brown lip liner. This one is from Tower 28. It's the shade Draw Me. I should have brought a sharpener, but I didn't. So we're going to see if it scrapes my lip, but I think it's okay. We're going to just line our lips. Okay, we're looking a little crazy. Then I'm going to just take my finger and kind of blend it out and just kind of blend it in place. Like I don't want to move the lip liner too much. So we're going to blend kind of in the place that it is, but I don't want it to be quite so stark a line. Lip liner is diffused. So now we're going to move on to the red lipstick kind of portion. So I have some liquid lipstick. So these are from Pound Cake. And I did a whole review trying on all their red shades because they had sent me all of their red shades to try on because Essentially, they created a bunch of different red lipsticks and now brown. I did just order one of the brown ones. I'm excited to review that for you guys. But anyways, they created a bunch of different red lipsticks, liquid lipsticks for people. So you can find your perfect red lip, which is awesome because everyone needs a different kind of undertone for their red. So I have 3 here that I feel like could work for today. So I'm going to swatch them on, oh Jesus, I'm dropping everything everywhere. I'm going to swatch them on my arm for you, and then we're going to pick from there. So this one that I'm swatching first is the shade Bloodberry. I feel like this is the one I'm going to end up wanting to go with, but we will see. These stain like crazy, so just be warned. Then this one is the shade, so that one, it was Bloodberry, so pretty. Then we have the shade Red Bean. I feel like this one might be a little too, oh no, maybe it's Red Bean that I'm in the mood for. So Red Bean is here. This one is Bloodberry, then Red Bean. Also, I know I need to do my nails. My nails are looking a little crazy. And then we have the shade Red Velvet. And these ones kind of came off as less orange or pink in undertone. So that one is Red Velvet. So starting from this side, we have Bloodberry. Then we have Red Bean, which I feel like is actually what I'm going to go with. And then this one, can I get it together? Is the shade Red Velvet. They are all so beautiful, but I do think I'm going to go with the shade Red Bean. So I'm going to remove this. I just want to show you the staining. I'm going to need to use a kind of, look at that. Look at that. That's from me wiping it off, and it's already like stained my arm like crazy. I'm going to have to end up using something that is maybe like a cleansing balm or something to remove it. Anyways, I'm going to use the shade Red Bean. And I'm going to kind of focus it on the middle of my lip. I'm not going to completely cover where I put the brown. Okay, lipstick is on. We did a couple of light layers because I didn't want it to get too insane. I'm feeling like it's looking pretty decent. I was going to reapply the lip liner, but I'm feeling kind of fine with how it's looking because I'm going to go on top with a gloss. And the lip gloss we're going on top with is this one from Westman Atelier. I believe it's called their Squeaky Clean Liquid Lip Balm in the shade Pipsqueak. It's such a beautiful shade. This is so pretty. If you struggle with red lips and you're not really sure kind of what shade to go with, I feel like this shade is perfect. So do a little swatch on my hand actually so you can see. It's very, I know that it looks really mild, but it does kind of pack a punch. Look how pretty that is. So we're going to put that on top of what we have now. I'm obsessed with this lip. It is pulling way brighter and way more, I would say, warm. I'm going to take a picture actually of what it looks like for me, just so you guys can see what like it look like because it doesn't look like that in person. So let me, okay. It is just the best red lip. I love the little bit of sheen. I love how the skin is kind of minimal. It's not doing too much, but you still have a flush to the cheek, but the flush kind of works with the lip. I don't know. I am obsessed. I love holiday makeup looks. They are just the best. Also, if you struggle with, you know, getting the red kind of all over your face, which happens, then if I do, that does happen to me, I do just take a little bit of concealer and clean up the edges, especially it's so much easier than trying to get a makeup wipe and whatever. So if that happens to you when you're applying a red lip, then just clean up with a little bit of concealer around the edges of your mouth. But I love this look. I would love to know down below what other holiday looks you are looking for me to make. I definitely want to do a really glittery eye, something that's a little bit less bright on the lip, a little bit more neutral, and then a really fun glitter look on the eye. And yeah, that is it for this red lip holiday makeup makeup look. I would love to know what you think down below. Also, what other kind of videos you want me to film, looks you want me to film. I'm definitely going to go with something next for my next holiday makeup look that's going to be more on the glittery side on the lid, a little bit more neutral on the lip. But I would love to know what else you guys want to see, reviews, all of that. And also leave a comment down below on what your favorite holiday dish is, because I just love to know what other people eat at their homes and what they're loving during the holidays, because everyone has so many fun traditions and stuff like that. So I would love to know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.